Hi, HVAC contractors. I want to talk to you today about one of the most powerful techniques for getting your website ranked on ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and other language learning models. But the context is, if you think about an AI engine, it doesn't read your website in the same way as a human does, right? As a human, I read a website like this, and I read in the same way that someone was reading hundreds of years ago before there was even the internet, right? But an AI model reads your website like this, right? It's looking for code at the back end of the website. So all of that hidden information that's here that we can't see with the naked eye is how AI is reading your website. And what it really needs is to have data structured in a way that is very different than the way we structure it to be visually appealing to human beings. Okay. And so if you don't have this structured data, also known as schema markup, on the back end of your website, you're losing out on a lot of opportunities to get ranked. So let me show you what that actually looks like. This is this very same website, 24/7 air conditioning service. And here is what the back end looks like. Now you can see here I have actually thousands of lines of code that say in this kind of structured format that is input-output formula, exactly what the phone number is, what the latitude and longitude of the company is, what the address is, and so on and so forth. All of this different information that's fed into the back end. Now, one of the most powerful pieces of information you can put into your schema of your website that gets you ranked in those near me searches, both on your Google Maps and then also in ChatGPT and others, is what's called georadius data. And our studies of HVAC websites suggest that only about 1 or 2% of websites have this kind of information. So what I'm sending a message to AI engines to do with this website is to say, hey, around this latitude and longitude, look 30 kilometers in every direction. And I want you to recognize the service area as all of these different zip codes. You can see we've added almost 100 zip codes in this area. And all of these different cities served. And if you have any question about which Wilmington, Delaware we're talking about the one that is located at this same Wikipedia address, right? Because there might be more than one Wilmington, Delaware, and we want to clarify that. Okay, so this is a really powerful way to get ranked on Google Maps and in those near me searches. Equally, if you look here, there's something called, in addition to georadius schema, there's service schema. And look at all this information. I'm telling Google, hey, this company offers all of these different kind of services: 24/7 emergency air conditioning installation and replacement, rooftop HVAC units, and so on and so forth. And for each one of these, I have a description and all of the different information that goes into that. Right, so these are just a few examples of the type of information you can code into the back of your website using schema markup, and it really helps a lot, and it's a one and done kind of situation. Once you have it in your website, it can consistently do work for you. Now, we use a lot of different software to do this coding. Two systems that we like are Schema Writer and Search Atlas. So I encourage everyone to look into that. And if you're ever wondering, what does the schema look like on my website? All you need to do is go to this organization, schema.org, and you can validate your website or any page on your website and see all of this information that I've showed you here. In some cases, it'll be thousands of lines of code. In some cases, it may not be anything at all or very little. Will come up, and then you can assess, am I really ready for getting ranked on AI engines? So if you have any more questions, I'm happy to talk and share more of our tips on how to get ranked on AI.